The year is pretty much over, but it's not complete without the final event of 2022. And today we have the full details for the Holiday Part 2 event, which brings some exciting and new things with it. And we have the first Community Day of 2023 announced, and guess what? My predictions were right. Okay, so the Winter Holiday Part 2 event begins on Friday, December 23rd at 10 o'clock a.m. and ends on Saturday, December 31st at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. Goes up to literally the last day of the year. There's also a cute new costume Pokemon that can be shiny and can technically be birthed into 8 different costume shinies. Any guesses? Eevee will be getting a brand new holiday hat and can be shiny with this hat and can evolve to each and every one of its evolutions with the hat. For a couple years, we just weren't able to evolve costume Pokemon, so cool that that's coming back in a very flamboyant, fun form. And actually, speaking of that, if you have a Holiday Bow Cubchoo from past events, you can now finally evolve this into a Holiday Bow Beartic. And I actually have 3 of these from 2021. Oh, actually, 2 from 2021 and 1 from 2020, and I will finally be able to evolve them with this update, so I'll definitely be doing that. The event bonuses are a bit mysterious, but I do really like how they're doing it. Assuming it's free, Niantic. For starters, we can store up to 40 gifts during this event, and according to Pokémon GO, trainers can choose between several bonuses as a reward for their timed research. Trainers will also be able to access branching timed research that grants their wish for bonuses that revolve around either hatching eggs, catching Pokemon, or collecting Stardust. And whatever choice you make will determine the tasks and rewards that you get from this special research. And everybody, regardless of their choice, will get a bunch of items and encounters with Galarian Mr. Mime, new shiny, and other Pokemon. If the eggs were good during this event, which they are unfortunately not, I would probably choose the egg route, but I'll most likely be picking the catching Pokemon route because I would do the Stardust, but I'm assuming it's very PvP related. And I need dust, but I don't need dust that bad. Christmas weekend is gonna be a busy one for Pokemon GO, as it usually always is. There will be a Winter Wonderland mini event happening on Saturday, December 24th at 10 o'clock a.m. to Sunday, December 25th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. And with it comes an update to a feature we have never seen expanded before until now, and it's kind of huge. The bonuses for these 2 days include 1 extra special trade, and for the first time ever, daily incense will last 30 minutes. This is not the big feature that we're referencing and talking about today, but it is really cool. So I'm definitely gonna go out and test out the 30-minute incense and see what we get. So don't forget to subscribe here to the channel to see it all go down. And then the Big Daddy feature, an update to lucky Pokemon from trading. According to Pokemon GO, the number of guaranteed lucky Pokemon a trainer can receive in a trade has been increased from 10 to 15. And starting now, if you trade a Pokemon that has spent time in a trainer's Pokemon storage since 2017, it is guaranteed to become a lucky Pokemon until the limit of 15 is reached. Let me explain this, because it's big. Oh, by the way, this feature that they just announced, that I just read, is also permanent moving forward. Now let me explain. For those of you who are not aware, one of Pokemon GO's best kept strategies and secrets is the fact that you can get 10 guaranteed lucky Pokemon out of whichever trade you want, sort of. If you or a friend has less than 10 lucky Pokemon in your account, any trade using a Pokemon from July or August of 2016 will guarantee that trade to be lucky until you get to 10 lucky Pokemon in the account. And I'm pretty sure the person who has less than 10 lucky Pokemon has to be the one who trades away the 2016 Pokemon. Pretty sure. Well, this feature is being expanded in a big way. You can now trade a Pokemon to a friend or get one from a friend from 2016 or 2017 and guarantee a lucky trade. Now, this is freaking massive. Why? Shiny Pokemon were released for the first time in Pokemon GO back in 2017. So if you have a friend who played back then and stopped playing, or played back then, caught some shinies, and then just never traded and never got lucky Pokemon, you can trade with them and swap shinies for guaranteed lucky trades. Now, lucky trading shiny Pokemon is the #1 way to get a Shundo in Pokemon GO because it is a 1 in 64 odds of getting a 100% IV from a lucky trade. So definitely take advantage of this new feature, especially if you have friends who used to play the game or friends who don't have many lucky Pokemon, because if you have friends with shiny Pokemon from 2017 who have less than 15 luckies in their account lifetime, you and them can trade for guaranteed luckies. This is insane. Massive update, literally love this. Oh, also, going back to the Winter Wonderland weekend, as a part of it, there will also be a collection challenge. You just have to complete it by Sunday, December 25th at 8 p.m. local time, and you get a Galarian Mr. Mime encounter, you get some XP, and an incense, all for free, by the way. Then on Saturday, December 24th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, Hisuian Avalugg will be making its Pokemon GO debut in raids. And yes, it can be shiny. I honestly had a lot of fun with the Hisuian Braviary release and raid day, and I know a lot of people got shundos during that day because these raids, along with the Avalug raids, do have boosted shiny odds. I don't know what the exact odds are. I think it's 1 in 10, 1 in 20, 1 in 30, 40, somewhere in there. It's better. Now, technically, I was gonna take this coming weekend, Christmas weekend, fully off, but maybe we do some raids. And how will Hisuian Avalug be in Pokemon Go? It will be a dual rock and ice type Pokemon with a max CP of 3,909, which is actually one of the highest CP ice types in the game. So technically, if given the right moves, this thing could be really relevant. And it kind of has decent base stats, so I guess we'll see. Also, subtle reminder that Vivillon is now in Pokemon Go, and if you don't know what that is, or if you don't know how to get one, check out this video on my channel. It was uploaded a couple days ago, spending 1,000 rare candy to get the new Pokemon. I explain how to do it, show how to do it. It's cool, honestly, very cool. Okay, so let's go back to the Winter Update Holiday Part 2 event as a whole. Spawning in the wild during the event, the entire event, will be Costume Pikachu, Costume Eevee, Swinub, Costume Delibird, Snorunt, Spheal, Snover, Vanillite, Costume Cubchoo, Bergmite, and if you're very, very lucky, Alolan Sandshrew, Stantler without the bells, and Cryogonal. And out of those Pokemon, these are the meta-relevant ones you are going to want to grind. Spheal! Its evolution Walrein is a beast in PvP, ranking 41st and 56th in the Great League, 23rd and 34th in the Ultra League, and 80th and 82nd in the Masters League. Snover! Abomasnow, its evolution has a Mega, and it's a pretty useful one, the second best Ice type overall, and a really, really good Grass type Pokemon. This Mega is also a great option to have Mega evolved while you're out there catching all of these Ice type Pokemon for extra XP, candies, and XL candies from catching ice types. Then for all my shiny hunters, there's some really good costume shinies to grab, which are never technically guaranteed to return in the future, so always kind of nice to grind them and hopefully get them while they're available. They include Pikachu, Eevee, Delibird, and Cubchoo, with the Pikachu having like a full outfit on. It's the same one spawning right now. It's a really good one. I want the shiny. In the 7-kilometer eggs, we will still unfortunately have Sneasel, Smoochum, Amora, Bergmite, and Crabrawler. I will not be doing the 100 egg hatch challenge with these. Then in the raids, we have Tier 1 raids, Costume Pikachu, Alolan Sandshrew, Costume Eevee, Galarian Darumaka, and Costume Cubchoo. 3-star raids, Cloyster, Lapras, Costume Delibird, and Costume Glaceon. Interesting that Delibird is in 3 stars. 5-star raids, Kyurem. In Mega Raids, Mega Glalie. Out of those Pokemon, here are the best ones to spend your Raid Pass money on. Galarian Darumaka. Its evolution Galarian Darmanitan is one of the single best Ice-type Pokemon in the entire game, making it very useful, and it also's got like a nice little mint ice cream shiny. Lapras. It ranks 51st and 68th in the Ultra League, also has a nice shiny. Kyurem. In the 5-star raids, definitely a great raid. I'm pretty sure we'll do a shiny transfer challenge for Kyurem, so when we do that, we'll go over its meta relevancy. But it is important to note that Kyurem will be getting a brand new move, Glaciate, with the release of it during this update. And although right now I'm not exactly sure how it will impact Kyurem in the meta, I will say Terrakion was recently given a new move when it was released this month in the raids that made it one of the best fighting type Pokemon in the entire game, and now kind of one of the more useful Pokemon in the entire game. So who knows with Kyurem, it might have the same exact story. This might make it a top ice type, like a really, really good ice type, but we'll kind of have to see. Stay tuned. And then Mega Glalie is also a good raid boss to target because it is currently the #1 ice type in the game. So very useful. And then obviously by Mega evolving it, you can boost your candy, XL candy, and XP gain while catching ice types. And I also got a shiny from the Mega Glalie raid, which was great. That clip should be over on my TikTok, by the way, which we do upload daily on. If you're not following the TikTok, it's on screen, or check the link in the description. Give me a follow. We're trying to get to 100K on TikTok, actually. Please, God, follow me. Oh, there will also be field research during this event, which will give encounters with Costume Pikachu, Alolan Sandshrew, Seal, Shelder, Jinx, Costume Eevee, Costume Delibird, Costume Cubchoo, Crabrawler, and Sneasel, and Costume Glaceon. The most meta-relevant Pokemon to hunt out of these include Shelder. Why? Catching a Shelder gives you 1,000 Stardust. Insane. Really, the most strategic thing you could do is just get a bunch of Shelder encounters saved up in your stack, wait for a Stardust event like a Spotlight Hour, drop a star piece, and then just catch all the Shelder you have saved up. Thank me later. Oh, and Sneasel's not bad because its evolution Weavile is decent in the Masters League and is a top ice type as a shadow. Plus, Holiday Glaceon is a great target. It is a very premium shiny that is only behind raids, but the task to get it out of field research is complete a raid. But what you could do is stack 3 Glaceon tasks in your field research and go use your free daily pass on whatever raid you want, which gives you 3 free Holiday Glaceon shiny checks. Oh, also, you can get a Abomasnow Mega Energy from the field research as well, which is honestly huge. It allows you to get that Mega to max level without having to spend $1 raiding it. Very, very OP. And what about 2023's first Community Day? January Community Day will be none other than Chespin. Now, Chespin's one of my least favorite Pokemon ever, but this is important because this means Pokemon Go is returning to the starter Community Days, which we haven't seen for a while. This also means that Fennekin and yes, Greninja shiny will be coming out this year as well. Can't wait. And maybe, just maybe, this means the return of really good, really OP, really fun Community Day events that we saw prior to 2020. We'll have to see. But Chespin Community Day will be happening on Saturday, January 7th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Its evolution Chestnut will be getting the move Frenzy Plant as predicted. And the event bonuses include 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, 1/4 hatch distance, incense will last 3 hours, you get 1 extra special trade per day, 2 times the chance of getting an XL candy, lure modules will last 3 hours, there will be snapshot encounters, and trades made during the event will cost 50% less Stardust. Also from 5 to 10 p.m. local time, there will be 4-star raid battles featuring Quilladin, which is Chespin's evolution before its major one. And like in previous Community Days, by completing these 4-star raids, Chespin will spawn around the raid that was defeated for 30 minutes with Community Day shiny odds. And that is the last update of 2022 plus the first Community Day of 2023. If you're excited, be sure to subscribe and check out the other videos on screen. Let me know in the comments, what are you most excited for? And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.